Hello. It's Sunday. Happy Sunday. I am redoing the audio system. Not completely, but there's some pretty major issues that I need to address. One of them is performance. Well, oh, you're late. How dare you? So, one of the things that we're having an issue with, well, that I'm having an issue with, is I'm not smart about loading the music. Dun dun dun. It's almost as if Chameleons and painting has gone hand in hand for generations of video games. Earliest example I can think of is Kirby Superstar. Which sub-game was it? Great Cave Offensive, maybe? Where it was a chameleon boss in that. And it would run around invisibly. And it was a real pain. But he spat out these little paint balls. And if you swallow them, you would gain paint power, which would just destroy him. Actually, maybe that was Kirby's Adventure on the NES. No, never mind. The visual effect was definitely a Super FX chip kind of thing. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, it's a good game. Good game. Anyway, so a problem that we have with the audio system is that for some reason, I guess because this made sense initially and I stopped doing it at some point, I preloaded the songs and just referenced them by the key they're listed in under the music, but that's dumb. There's no reason to do that. I guess this would go as... This isn't really a chapter thing, is it? It's, we'll say extra. It doesn't matter. Wait, what is this? Tower of Trials, and then something was here. Oh, okay. But yeah, I need to get rid of those little bits because they're not good. It's not good to do that. It will, yeah. I'm gonna have to retest all the music stuff. It's great. All the audio cues that change and stuff. Love it. What a great idea, changing things now. But here's the reason I'm doing this. It's gonna pave the way for that system I was talking about where we can unlock audio tracks by just having it in one central directory. And I was right, it turns out this is what resources are for in Godot. But I kind of like being able to enter it all by hand in text. I get that you can't drag things over and then it needs helper audio files and all that. But, you know, I've got my reasons, probably. Yeah, see right here. Got all these places where this is referenced. I'm just going to replace that reference with this. this, and this. And now we can delete this preload completely, and that should, allegedly, improve the time it takes for the game to start up. I really should have done some benchmarking to determine, like, hey, is this actually speeding up the game launch time or not? Because I don't know. I don't know if it is. This isn't referenced anywhere, which is not great. Because that means that it's being referenced a different way. But no, this will be useful. Am I using this? Oh, I hate this. Oh, what a terrible idea. Let's see here. Yes. No, yeah. No. Audio handler does reference it. There it is. There it is. Okay. Yeah. We do switch between the two. Okay. So we have no drums and with drums as two separate files. I need to figure out some fun ideas for what you call it, the minecart minigame, because I do not know what we're really gonna do with that. Okay, so that's that one done. Don't need that anymore. So now that can be thrown out the door. Frogtown. What do we call that one? Lazy Summer? Probably. Okay, done. Delete that. It's fine. This is where we set up all of the links that say, if you're in this scene, or this scene, or this scene, or this scene, this is the music to use. So it's all handled in one place, and there's like, I can set a default per chapter, and that can get overridden based on the room name, and then I can get more specific in cinematics, and even sub-areas within a scene. For instance, Lily's Pad has different music than the rest of that area. So it's like you don't even change scenes, but it changes music, which is good. We want to be able to do that. But yeah, things are going to break. So let's just be ready for that. Moss Cave, Cave of Moss. Chapter 1, Moss Cave. Is there any way to stop them from breaking before they break? Yes. And it basically just boils down to don't mess up. Don't make any mistakes, and then we're in good shape. That's a problem. That's a tricky one, you know? It's like, well, of course, that would do it. But good luck. Good luck not ever making any mistakes. What did we call the theme song for Chapter 1 boss? Shellfire. Okay, get that one out of here. Snail Fort. No worries, no worries. Snail Fort has no special clever name and doesn't need one, to be honest. Bullfrog. I don't get Casual's title that he insisted on, or they insisted on. Zat Bullfrog. Oh. Alright, I gotta head down to do bedtime stuff, and then I'll be right back. Clips or leave it. Let's do clips. Bye. Alright, here we go. Alright, chat, I'm not gonna look. You have to direct me. Onward to the finish line. How we doing? We okay back there, everybody? It was the momentum. It was the momentum. I stopped because I didn't know what was up there. And then when I got up there, I was like, ooh, I have screwed myself out of this one. But it doesn't matter. Because I got it this time instead. So glad there weren't spikes behind the goalpost. I know you wouldn't do that, but still. Alright. Next time. Next time, I might not bounce off a fish. Alright. Let's do it. Right. Bullfrog. Done. Whoa! Loops! Loops, welcome in! Thank you so much for that raid message here. How was the Kaizo tonight? Anything good? What are we working through? Everybody who doesn't know me, my name's Dobbs. I am a game developer. I am making a Paper Mario 64 / Paper Mario Thousand Year Door / Bug Fables inspired video game. Oh, heck yeah! That's great to hear. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Peachy Moat World. I haven't played it. I've heard good things. Thank you for the follow. All follows are anonymous. What was the last hack I actually played? It's been a while. I don't remember the last hack I actually sat down and played. 5.5 hours. Yeesh. It's true. Okay, I'll confirm it was Skulltula. Melted your brain. Oh, okay. Loops. I don't know if I told you about this really dumb Mario World thing I did last year. I don't remember exactly what this was for, but I had an extra long stream block, and so I set up some dumb stuff to do. And one of the things I did was I got a hold of a DDR dance pad, and I set up so dumb, and I set up SNES 9X keyboard inputs to work with the dance pad, and we did a full Super Mario World vanilla playthrough with the dance pad, and it's really, really hard. I went save stateless until Bowser. Once we got to Bowser, it was a matter of like, I can do it, but I'm gonna kill myself trying. It was an event. Jeez. It was fun. Don't get me wrong. It was really fun. Let me see if I can get a hold of the, let's see here. Where would that be? Talking about if it's possible. Almost certainly. Let's see here. What a dumb thing it was to do, but gosh, it really pushes you to really think about it. That's true. It was for games done badly. Yeah, because that was my interpretation of doing the game badly. Let's see here. There's the one. Hang on. That's me. Wait, why is it doing it that? Don't do that. I just clicked. Okay, there it goes. It is loading. What a dumb thing this was. Just the thought process of just collecting a fire flower. I might be the greatest gamer. You have to, because you think about it, like you're standing under a block and you got to get up on it. Okay, not even doing run button. You're gonna hold right, then hold jump, then release right and switch to left, but not until you're around the block, and then switch back to right to go off the correct side. Like, can you imagine doing like Kaizo with that? It's nuts. You never think about how many inputs you have to do to beat Bowser just to throw a Mecha Koopa up while jumping. Grabbing the Mecha Koopa was like a little bit shaky because I'm like trying to dodge Bowser, but then trying to not just throw the Mecha Koopa up, but do it while in the air and dodging whatever else he's doing. Like get a route out from under him, and then holding run, because you got to be grabbing the Mecha Koopa, run over to the side, then jump into the air. Don't let go of run. You now have to switch from the jump input to the up input because you've only got 2 feet, and then release. Oh my gosh. All of that timing was such a pain. I would not be surprised. There's a I don't know if he's famous exactly, maybe a bit niche. There is an old Super Mario Maker 2 streamer that I used to run in the same circles with a lot. 2Playa. I don't remember the exact spelling. He has like some nerve damage in one of his hands, so he plays Mario Maker 2 Kaizo, like high level Kaizo, completely one-handed. He does joystick, which, I mean, geez, I could never. I need my D-pad. He does joystick with his pinky, and then he's got multiple other inputs on the other buttons. It's really impressive stuff. He's still doing Maker. He's still doing Maker to this day, among other stuff, but man, gosh, I was stuck on Maker for so long. If they drop Maker 3, you know I'm going to have to be streaming that for a while. Yeah. No, he's extremely talented, and he's been at it for a long while. Because I remember getting in with him back in the days when I was doing Maker. There we go. This is the guy, Tuplaya. That's how you spell it. Yeah, very, very talented. But yeah, definitely try Super Mario World Vanilla on a DDR pad if you ever get the opportunity, just because it's such a fun thing. Have a good night, Loops. Yeah, I know you're in a completely different time zone. Have a good one. Yeah, for the people that... I wanted to give ample time for the people that want to avoid spoilers to Vamoose. Yeah, I'm making a Paper Mario-like. Actually, I've probably broken it with what we're currently doing, for what it's worth. This is almost certainly going to crash immediately. Don't worry about the thing going on in the background there. Yeah, that did break. No surprise there. I'm working on revamping the audio system to make it a little bit more performant, a little bit quicker load times. Let's see, but I have the trailer that I can still show without that. So, boom. Jeez, that's loud. I am not shy about the inspiration here. Like, it's very overt. But I do a lot of things my own way. Like, a lot of this is its own thing. And I think I can be proud of that. Like flank battles. You don't get that in Thousand Year Door. Yeah, there's some fun things. There's a lot of unfinished things because I still have like 2.5, 3 years of development to do on this game. So it's gonna be a bit. The game is gonna be roughly 7.5 chapters. We have finished the prologue and 2 chapters. Second chapter still needs polish and testing. And we're well into working on the 3rd chapter. So it's, there's more to be done. Actually, I need to remember, Wallow is not showing up in Jump Move. One of the enemies has stopped appearing, and I don't know what's going on with that. It's very weird. Okay, so this one is gone. I can get rid of this. Does intro right. But yeah, I have been streaming the development of this for a year and a half. So there's lots of... Thank you, Willow. There's lots going on here. Fish Waltz never made the cut. How about that? Okay, there we go. That's cleared out that. That's going to help a lot. Now I have to go through all these places where we are setting the music. And that's going to be hard cut and safe place is one of these. Yes. Okay. Yeah, first chapter. The entire first chapter is available for free as a demo. And I'd say it's pretty solid. Okay, so all these need to be replaced, huh? Golden Gear. Forgot about Golden Gear. That is shared. Golden Gear. Is that what we call that one? Yes. Chapter clear. And I guess chapter start. What did I call chapter cleared? Oh wait, that's Anso. And this is Gold Gear Git, is the name of this one. So yeah, I'm making a single consolidated list of all songs in the game. This is going to be what we're going to read off of. Awesome. I hope you enjoy it. It's very much for... It's very much for fans of the old Paper Mario games, and it shows. If you're coming in completely blind, there's still stuff to enjoy, but a lot of the specifics might be lost on you. But I think it still holds up on its own without relying on just, you know, it's not like a nostalgia bait game. It's its own thing. Battle Bullfrog. Battle Snail Boss. Oh, nice! I appreciate that. Heck yeah. Oh my gosh, more people are here. It's Germ Dove. Understand? Every time that happens, I'm like, what? Oh, right. Dove. How's Windswept? How are you enjoying it? Tell me it's amazing, because I still haven't gotten it. Germ Dove of twitch.tv/whoisd15. That's not how it goes at all. Good. I'm glad. It really, like, I remember watching Dooku's playthrough. It's very specifically DKC2. Not like the buggy one. Like, it's very overtly a Donkey Kong Country game, but specifically Donkey Kong Country 2. But again, it's its own thing, which is great. We are working on reworking some of the audio system. Yeah, they kind of did their own thing with the turtle, with old Turt Reynolds. Yeah, it looks great. It sounds good. Obviously, a lot of love put into that, which I really love. I love that for them. I'm surprised, though, because the last I heard, they are not planning on doing any kind of level editor. Is that still the case? Yeah, absolutely. We will see you around, Skulltula. Thank you for joining in with the raid, and also thank you for checking out the demo and spreading the word. Have a wonderful night or morning, whatever it is. It's like, I definitely get it. Having made a video game, I get why you wouldn't include a level editor, even if you used a level editor to build the game. It is not a question of like, oh, it would be hard for the player to make levels that, because this particular entity, oh, you got to assign all the points and they have to do this. No, it's like, okay, yes, that is part of it, that it can reveal restrictions about how certain enemies work. It's like, oh, but I want to be able to do this. No, that would be extra programming work. That enemy doesn't do that. There's also this thing about, well, you can never have... Dude, thank you. Thank you for 43 months.
A duck and turtle.
A duck and turtle. It's almost a year. Thank you. The legend continues. In the same way that Super Mario World, like, you couldn't have certain enemies in the same level with certain other enemies because, oh, well, they use the same... I don't remember how it works. You know, the tile... Suddenly the dolphins turn into Lakitu. That kind of stuff. Suddenly the orb is a glowing spiny. It reveals that the game is not built for certain things, so they never bothered to build certain combinations of behaviors because they never needed it. That's valid. That's valid if you're just making a video game. To not account for every combination of use cases, you could just not have those use cases. My money's on something like that, where there's weird interactions and they just... In testing, it was basically just like, don't do that. Don't build a level that does this, but they can't convey that to someone blindly making a level with an editor. So anyway, that's my guess. So what are we doing tonight? You might be asking. And the answer is I'm breaking everything to get marginal speed improvements for load times when the game first starts. And I mean marginal. Item get. Right, item get. Duh. Did you guys just get an item? I think I heard it from here. Item get. That's gonna be shared. It's like that really doesn't feel like that needs to be here, but it's fine. What? No. That's item get. Obviously. Okay, so that takes care of that. Okay, so that's all the calls to hard cut and save place. However, there's another thing that can switch the music. There is hard cut. That's already handled. Good. There's also crossfade to key. Okay, we've got a few cases in conversations where we slow fade the audio. So yep. Let's change those out. So we're replacing these hard-coded keys with references to a directory. Default. I guess that's... Okay, that's a special case. But that's not the only thing that uses that. Oh, and also we have game over. Okay, gotta get game over music. Game over, is that good? What was the... Did I make special... Okay, it's called Try Again. Leveling up, leveling up. Okay, so that's all the uses of crossfade to key. However, we're still not done. Fade music and start new. And even when we get all these references cleared out, okay, that one's actually not too bad. That one's done. These are in turn called by. Actually, how does the title start? This is gonna break, isn't it? Yeah, right away. So these are all called by other things. But what things, you might ask? I don't actually know. What's supposed to start the title? I don't know. So there are some cinematics that can occasionally call these. Those need to be updated properly with the correct such and such. So let's see here. Get music node by key. Get music node is called by hard cut and save place. Hard cut and save place is used in cinematic change music. Makes sense. I'm pulling up VS Code because it has better search capabilities. I think it searches much better. That's just my personal opinion. Cine change music. Okay, so we look for all the cases where we are calling Cine change music. Okay, back B. And then we have, boom, there it is, change music. And so you change to music key silence. We don't want to be changing to music key anymore. That's not what we want to be doing. We want to be using the new key system here, which hopefully these will last forever and ever and ever. Fingers crossed. I don't think old names should be included. That seems like a dumb idea. Okay, then these are cheesy business. Prologue. That. Business. It was business, apparently. Okay, additionally, Hub A has Cine change music as well. Ooh, maybe not. Initial entry. Okay, there we go. Change music to silence. Mariano, welcome in. Hope you are doing well. One Man's Trash is the hub theme. Okay, done. The other places, Tutorial 2 has some music change. Music to cheese. Cheesy business. Cheesy business. Fade to normal music. Okay, done. Easy. Intro. O2 intro has a music crossfade. Oh, okay, never mind. We don't even need to do anything. Cool, that one's easy. And also, room E. Music E. Huh? Huh. Huh? Okay, it's a special cinematic scene that... Okay, cool. All right, Cine change music is done. What else uses hard cut and save place? Scene manager, base conversation. Nope, nope, not that one, not that one. And that one does. Okay, so that one's fine. Cool. Next up, hard cut. Just hard cut is used by Battle Manager. That's already got the music key done, so that one's good. Crossfade. Okay, this one is likely to be passing some kind of variable. Yes, Cine change music. Already got that. Good. What else passes in some kind of key? Building does. Okay, so building. Lily's pad. Yeah. So that's room E. Oh, we've already got that. Do we already got that? I guess so. Change music to normal. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. All right. Cool. Then that one's good. Fade out music and start new. Oh yeah, that doesn't take in a key at all. All right, that's almost everything then, except for the title. The title scene is still apparently busted because the music doesn't want to start with the new system. And why is that? What is audio key here? Title dabble. Says who? Says who? Who's starting the music as title dabble? Who is doing that? Who's calling get music node by key with title dabble as the parameter here? Like, definitely this phrase is being passed in through something. Where? Oh, what if it's the music directory? No, that doesn't have that string. This string does not exist in the code anywhere, or in the scenes anywhere. How did we get here? Oh, that's a good call, the call stack, duh. OnReady is gonna be looking at the default target sync. It's gonna be grabbed from here. Scene key. Okay, this still needs, here we go. These still need to be addressed. Why didn't I think of using the call stack? Thank you, Mariano. That was a completely dumb move on my part. Let's grab chapter start. That's chapter clear. Oh, we haven't done chapter start yet, have we? I don't see it. What's the name of the chapter start song? What do we call that? Page Turner. That's a good one. That's a good name. It was Theron. It was you. I should have known. Okay, yeah. I haven't actually cleared this one out of all these shenanigans here. So we were looking for music key equals followed by a quote. Any of these still need to be addressed. Snail Fort. Easy. Undergrowth. Oh, that's chapter 2. I haven't done the chapter 2 stuff yet. Super default. I'm getting that out of here. We don't need the super default. Yeah, we got some O2s to Odoo. This is what it got. Music key of prologue title theme. And that chooses title theme. Why did I do this? Why am I not doing file directory? Okay, so the audio handler is doing it wrong. Great. Yeah, let's go ahead and get the chapter 2 musics in here since we do need those. Chapter 2, something. Surely this is not the only ones we have. Undergrowth, then you go to Leafburg. Biplane, haha, because you see, because you travel by plane. So the idea here is that by having these keys that never need to change, we can adjust the music name to be used in game, because we're actually going to be displaying these music tracks in game soon, not soon, eventually, for this side quest I have in mind. It has the power. I don't get the title, but okay. That's chapter 2 power station. And then Powerhouse is the boss, so we're gonna put that down, way down here. All right, cool, great, nice, cool. Now go into audio handler and fix these. Undergrowth. Leafburg. Biplane. And power station. Cool. Okay, so it's going to be grabbing this by the key. All right, so here's where things are going wrong, right? We have title, and that's gonna say, hey, wait, I don't have that. Song data doesn't exist. What are you talking about? To which we say, okay, well then look at the song keys in the directory. Music directory, audio key. So what's our audio key here? Let's just run the game and find out what our audio key comes in as. I know what I think it should come in as. Title, dabble. Wait. Title, dabble. Because get music node by key, target song key here, which is coming from get music by scene key, is coming back as title space dabble. Title space dabble is the file. File. That's music. No. That's wrong. That's not the music key. This should be the music key, is the ID. This should be the file directory, or scene directory, or something. I don't know. Scene Scene directory. I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do that. Okay. So then you get the music, and it says, okay, I've got the song key, which that now links into music directory. Get music node. That says, okay, do this. Great, there's your song data. Done. Audio node by key. That's saying we pass in the audio key here, but that's not how we're doing it anymore. So now we need to pass in song data dot scene directory. And that's going to append the .dir and all that stuff. Prologue, title, theme. That's not the scene directory. I mean, that was a good start. That was the ID. Okay, so then that's going to say, okay, got it. So what's my F10 is step over in this. So it's going to say, hey, I got song data. I've got a scene directory. Let's just see if it works. Whoa. Yay, okay, it loads. Presumably it's playing the right song. It is playing the right song. I should probably pause the game soundtrack so we can hear the game soundtrack. All right. So are we good? Okay, that's playing. I'm not gonna go through the whole game, but I'd like to check a few scenes. That looks okay. Getting, and then the big strike. All right, that's fine. Okay. Then let's also check. Let's load a save file. Get into it. And then what are we gonna work on? What are we gonna actually work on tonight? I'm not ready for boat. Oh, there we go. There we go. We got something. Audio key Frogtown. Who said Frogtown? Why did you try to pass in the string Frogtown? No such scene. Uh-oh. Well. Frogtown. Who is saying Frogtown as the directory? Well, that doesn't show up in a lot of places. So I should be doing maybe .get instead. Oh no, that's not how that works. I mean, you could pass in nothing, but well, okay, so where did this audio key come from? Crossfade to key. It was a cinematic change music. Hang on. Cinna change music, you say? Oh, that was us leaving. Hang on, that was us leaving. Which meant that it probably got in a blank. And if we take in a blank, then we get saved music key. Oh, man. Yeah. We would have saved the music key, but that's no longer how we approach that, is it? I think dot get does dot get does dot get return null if it doesn't exist? Yes. Okay, cool. Good. Okay, so this might do the trick. If we go here. Here we go. Okay. Yay. Good. All right, get me in a fight. No, come on. Good. Cool. All right, that seems to work. I'm going to optimistically go ahead and check these changes in. Audio rework. This is optimistic. All right, there we go. It's probably fine. Start. We get music. All right, looks good. Looks good. Close, 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 close. That's fixed. That might be fixed-ish. Verify. All right. What do we work on? We can work on a new NPC. I think that the desert town could use a new character. Am I willing to put in the effort for that? I mean, I got to, right? Oh my gosh, it sure is. What a mess. Hi, Riku. Half of it is to-do lists and half of it is just like, remember to add this at some point to the game. It's like, okay, cool. Great. Potential treasure locations for Chapter 2. I'm sure that'll come up at some point. All right, how big was this character here? The armadillo. 800, 800, perfect. Let's make an 800 by 800 for a brand new character that you're all gonna love. Oh, also, I really need to figure out, I don't have to rush into this, but I should do something about it at some point. So the whole reason, I need to get the microphone close to me. The whole reason that we were kind of reworking the audio system a little bit is to make it a little bit cleaner, a little bit more resource-like for the use of a game-long side quest to make music a collectible, because I love collecting things in video games. I can't help it. And I've been talking about this a lot because I kind of like the idea if I can just nail down the specifics. But the idea is that when you're out exploring, you will occasionally see an enemy in the field that has little music particles. And if you do, then that's a special battle where you are collecting, where you have a chance of collecting a piece of the soundtrack. And then you will be rewarded with some little bonus treasures in town for collecting like 5, 10, 15 soundtrack pieces. And also, you will be able to listen to the soundtrack from presumably the pause menu or something. All right, so let's build us a new character. So this is the armadillo. And that just gives us, oops. All right, well that's gonna be a problem, isn't it? Unless, is this at full scale? Zoom 100%. Okay, so I can just do this. This is not how you should do this, but there we go. This will at least give me the proper size for, okay, 8 for the line width. So here's my idea for a character. Here's the new character idea. Something like this. How are we gonna do this? No, that's awful. That's not how it goes at all. Yeah, give him a big old map. There we go. Should be more like this. Yeah. Okay. Oh, here we go. That's what we like. More lizards. More lizards in this game. Let's get a crocodile. And his body. So this is gonna be weird, right? Because everybody in this game has these dumb little Paper Mario feet. So he's gonna be like photorealistic alligator head man, I guess. What does he wear? What are you wearing, alligator? A vest? He's an investigator? Obviously we'll have like lots of different bodies we can swap out. We'll put this particular one in a vest of some kind. Oh, he's a dapper man. Hang on, he's a bit of a dapper. He's a bit of a dapper fellow here. The clipboard. He's gonna need a tail, of course. Well, so here's where I want to cheat. Here's what you have to cheat for these kind of like paper doll style characters is his feet just need to be like really in the way of any hint of legs. We don't want to have to deal with legs. Because then you have to animate knees and all that. You have just little tiny arms. There he is. There's the boy. What do we think? What do we think of this dapper fellow? There is not a thought in this head. That is perfect. He's stout. He's perfect. Okay. Let's make him happen. They're in the shoes. They're in the shoes, and I don't want to hear another word. Surely he would go by the Al or something, right? And he's always saying, "See you later, you guys." Okay, wait. I need his head. I need his head when he's talking. I need him to do this. I need to do this to him. It's very important. It's very important that that's how he talks. So that means we're really gonna have to piece this guy together, unfortunately. You see? Everything's on the level here, guys. And then shoe. I guess we'll duplicate the shoe, probably. Pants. This weird little leg deal, whatever's going on here. Gonna try not to think about it. I'll consider it. There's his hand. Okay, body. See, I want the shirt to be something I can just slap on top of him. Okay, something like that. I feel like that went a little bit wonky at the end, but it'll be all right. Okay, head and mouth. Keeping in mind that somehow this mouth needs to just open up in a hilarious manner. Where's the hinge point here? Yes. Okay, something like that. No, almost every character gets animated in Engine, but this guy's gonna be very special in just how he gets animated. It's gonna be so dumb. Okay, so that being said, about the top left of his eyeball is the point where something needs to... So let's actually duplicate this layer so that we can have our... Oops, not that one. This one. Duplicate this one. Okay, so now we can imagine, we can visualize how this connects down here. It's gonna be dumb. Oh, it's gonna be hard. I mean, that's obviously hilarious. We'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do here. All right, let's just get to it. Let's get into it. Okay. Tail. Tail. Grow by 3 pixels. Switch layer. Let's go light green because we can always modulate down, but we can't modulate up, if that makes any sense. Actually, by that logic, why not just go for gray? Go for a very grayish green. Yeah, actually. As a matter of fact, yes. Why not? Why not indeed? I see no arguments against making him very, very pale. Okay, now here's where it gets tricky. Because I need... Yeah. That can be deleted pretty safely. Okay, and then this top bit here. Yeah, so... Okay, that'll cover it, though. That'll cover it. Hopefully, I think. Oh, dang it. I need that to continue on. Carry on. Also, don't forget the tooth. The tooth also needs to be colored in. Nice little white tooth. Little toothy. Okay, so now this is fine, and then this will... Okay, yes, that... Okay, yeah. I'm kind of sold on it now. It took me a bit. Foot. For the lizard toes that everyone's so crazy about. I mean, this one seems to be doing pretty fine, I gotta say. What is this layer? What? Just a second copy of it, I guess. All right. Don't worry about it. This guy looks great. You don't know what you're talking about. If you think otherwise, nice opinion, etc. Okay. So now we're going to give him a little bit of more in-depth shading. A little bit of texture here. Yeah, he's great. He's great. Oh, where's that from? That's from here, right? Yeah, forgot to get rid of that. Okay. I'm gonna try and cover that. So true, so true. Get a little bit of covering here. Hide that hinge mark that we're gonna have. Looking good, looking good. Okay, cool. There's our pieces. Oh, he needs a face, doesn't he? As it turns out. There he is. I don't want him to look threatening, is really what it boils down to. I don't want to be like, ooh, this guy's a mean fellow. It's like, no, he's just like the most not mean fellow you've ever met. Germ Dove, we've made this joke so many times, and you keep missing it. You keep missing my awesome joke. My awesome, very original joke. I just realized I probably drew this guy, his lines too thick, maybe. Like, compared to the armadillo, this guy's lines are thick. All right, there we go. Plop it on down here as Gator. Yeah, I'm feeling it. We lost a branch in one of our trees out front. It landed on the driveway. Not that we're planning on going anywhere, but still, it's nice to have the ability to go somewhere. Let's go off of the base Fox class. Well, we had a lot of rain today, and then it all froze. And so the tree just couldn't take the weight of all that ice. Beep, beep. Let's see here. Gator. Who's got the gator? Oh. Can't believe you've done this. All right. Gator. There he is. Wow. All right, so first off, animation player, manage animations, make unique. Get rid of these. Oops. Why are you beeping so much? Okay, we can do it here. Okay, there we go. All right, open up GitHub and make sure that it hasn't changed somehow the animations elsewhere. We're good. So somewhere around here, always beeping. Okay, Gator. We're gonna link everything to his pants. The pants are the key. Yeah, this line is way too thick for what we're doing. How are we gonna deal with that? Shave off some line. Dang it, yeah. Suppose he's doing things she shouldn't be. Oh dear. Who could have seen this coming? Okay, if I take all these, move them into a group, duplicate that group, flatten that group, and now grow selection by 2 pixels and delete. That does thin it up. It's a little bit crisper than I would normally like, but it does do the trick. We'll roll with that. We've still got the original files available if we need to make edits. Okay, pulling in the new file. For the size of it, it's not going to be good enough, is it? We're probably going to have to shave off more, but we don't have to right now. It's fine enough to realize that, okay, it's going to be all right this way. maybe he'll make a lot of in a while jokes, and you'll be like, is this guy an alligator or a crocodile? I don't understand. And we'll keep you guessing. And then it turns out the answer is neither. He is a dolphin. He's facing the wrong way, I just realized. All actors are supposed to default to facing right. That is, like, super important. Yeah. Why not? Why not? So arm 1 obviously has to be lower Z index. And then foot 1. Which we're going to have to deal with the container on this a little bit. Wow, feet. And then behind the shirt, head lower. Hilarious. Then head upper. Gets drawn on top of that. And we'll pivot that appropriately. Boy, doesn't he look swell? Okay. Arm needs to be parented to shirt. Maybe these also. Head needs to be behind the shirt, actually. Otherwise, fine. Shirt needs to be moved lower. Oh, wait. How is their foot stuck there? That shouldn't be there. Ah, arm 2 is supposed to be in here. Okay, shirt moves lower. Significantly lower. Well, he's going to be really weirdly proportioned. It's going to be great. Okay, next up, we need containers. Oh, yes, you're absolutely right. Thank you. Tail. Needs to be tied to the pants. It was right there. All right, there we go. Never fully dressed without your tail. So now we're gonna mess with all these things and do pivot points. I wish that this was something you didn't have to do via nodes. I wish this was something that you could control with the Sprite 2D. I get why it's not. Like, I get it. The functionality exists. I don't love off. I don't love. It works. It works. It's fine. What is it specifically that I didn't like about it? Because it's been so long. What was it? It was like some kind of order of operations thing that was like, fine, I'll just do a what you call it. Now I'm not sure what it was. There was something I did not like about it. Maybe there's not. Do we just roll the dice? Just roll the dice and see what happens? Maybe we find that it's no longer an issue in this version. That's it. Thank you, Dove. I should have thought of that. I should have thought of that. It's brilliant. Let's not do that one yet. Let's not do that one yet. Is that the one? No, maybe. Probably not. See, the feet are gonna have to move anyway, regardless of their pivot point. It is. Is there not like a hotkey for that? There probably is, right? Like a set offset or drag offset. Is it this one? Yes, it is this one. There it is. What's the hotkey for that? There is not one. Okay, cool. Great, cool. Love it. Tail. Boom. Head. Here? Maybe? Almost. Okay, that's perfect. That's everything I ever wanted. Oh, crap. Okay, there we go. Wait, there is something I noticed. He probably should have some kind of, like, right? The back of his mouth. We can do that real quick. I'll just do that on the other monitor. Nothing bad will happen if I do that. I guess it should be kind of reddish in there. I'm not going to bother doing any serious shading. There we go. And now if I pull that new file over, okay, so we're limited to about 25 degrees. That should be fine. Okay, I think this guy is fine. His scale is wrong, unfortunately. He needs to be flipped. All sprites must face right. Okay, so that's on the animation canvas. So now, delete this out of the sub viewport, copy it into the sub viewport. Let's make sure the viewport has enough room. It does not. Unless we scoot it over a bit, right? Just scoot the guy over a little bit, and he'd be fine. Oh, it's invisible. Because it's a sub viewport. Okay, that's something that really gets to me, is sub viewports being invisible, and I can't edit them in this stupid thing. It's fine. Animation canvas. That's the purpose of the animation canvas. Is I can point the animation player to the animation canvas, do the animation where I can see it, and then just change it to the sub viewport where everything's suddenly invisible again. Let's make an idle animation. All right, so this guy's gonna be bobbing around, right? He's just gonna be bobbing. Let's give him a 2-second animation. Let's get his arms a flapping. I think what we want is a arm container, just for the purpose of animating the arm position a little bit simpler. Great. Tail needs to be moving here, right? Tail needs to be rotating for the most part. All right. The head should probably be parented, should it not? Ah, nope, it shouldn't. Actually, that's fine, though. And that way we can move the head however we so choose. There we go, in relation to whatever. Boy, he sure looks great. He needs a hat. If he's hanging out in this desert town, he's gonna need a hat. So come on, we're stealing this. We're not stealing that hat. There's a hat we're stealing. Yeehaw. Blah, 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 blah. That's a big hat. That's a big hat. Jeez. Okay. It's very Hank Hill, suddenly. Like the hat. Hank Hill doesn't have the hat, but seeing him in the hat makes me consider this. Let's do some modulation here. Maybe like brown pants. Oh, there we go. And, dusty, just sort of a dusty red is good. As for the rest of them, well, I guess the boots. Boots can definitely stand to be a little bit more brown. Head, arm, tail. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good gator. Homa. All right, I think he's looking pretty idle there. I noticed that the tooth gets colored as well by the modulation, and there's nothing I'm gonna bother doing about it. That's just the way it is. Wait, what's? I just realized this isn't gonna work. Okay, so all right, yeah. How's this look then? You know what? That's still fine. That's still fine. Same as it ever was. All right, walking animation. Basically the same, but now I have to deal with feet. Position, rotation. Position, rotation. Cubic, 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 cubic. All right. So we're going to have best foot forward. Meanwhile, this foot moving backward. Okay, so there's our first major keyframe. Major keyframe. That. Great. And then moves backward while this one is up. Okay, and then the final bit then is this one landing down. This one scooting up. I don't know, something like that. What's that? How did that not? It's looking so good. Foot 2 rotation. It's probably fine. Okay, problem I see is that right there. Foot 1. No, foot 2 rotation. It shouldn't be flat yet. Foot 2 should still be up a bit here. Also, foot 2 should be, well, not quite like that, but like, when you get to this point, it should be more like that. Great, cool. Shirt should definitely wobble more. Like double the frequency. That's more what I mean here. Okay, that's better. It's not perfect, but it'll work. And then talk, which is, of course, the best one. Did we say 25? That's great. This is everything I ever wanted. Can I get a hat wobble? A We're gonna need more hat wobble. Oh, there we go. I think we did it. I think this is exactly what we wanted with this guy, right? Ha, ha, ha. It's Granny. Ha, 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 ha. All right, I tell you what. It looks like he's doing that. Let's speed it up. Oh, it's the arms, isn't it? That's probably what it is. All right, cool. He looks great. Beautiful man. Take our animation player, put it to the sub viewport, and hopefully scoot that over a smidge. Oh yeah, he's looking good. Okay, so this is our first Gator. This is Gator Actor 1. So we're gonna have some variants now. Did I make an armadillo shopkeeper? Yes, okay. So the Gator doesn't have to be a shopkeeper. New inheritance scene. Gator Actor 2. What's different about him, you might wonder? Well... Blue shirt. Blue shirt. Different tail, arms, head. A little bit more blue himself. His hat. More red, perhaps. Yellow, green. Red, sure. Reddish hat. His pants. Oh, we haven't even begun to talk about his pants. Or the shoes. Gator 2. Just like that. Great. But if only it were so simple. There's also Gator 3. You thought that was enough Gators. Couldn't be more wrong. Oh, that guy's looking good. I like that, actually. I genuinely think that looks good. Shirt. Yeah, why not? Why not let this guy just be kind of a dusty neutral tones Gator? We're gonna need to start accessorizing these guys. A new inherited scene? What could that be for? Oh, it's Gator 4. See, that's why we went with kind of a very light colored Gator tone. So that it becomes trivial to change the color of these guys. Yeah, I do want kind of a brownish Gator for one of these guys. Like in Donkey Kong Country 2 Diddy's Kong Quest. Not to be confused with the non-existent Donkey Kong Country 2 Diddy Kong's Quest. There is no such game, believe it or not. A subtle pun in the title. Neutral purple is good. These guys need some different types of shirts, perhaps, but it's fine. What do these glasses look like? Can I steal these glasses? Is that doable? Can I steal these glasses? Maybe? No one will ever notice. It's true. It's impossible to tell. Okay, this will obviously not work. But what if... You know, it almost works. That's workable. He's a nerd now, but look at his cool hat. Actually, you know what? He doesn't get a hat. No, he can have a hat. He can still have a hat. Maybe Gator Actor 3 doesn't get a hat. Or 2. Which of you guys doesn't get a hat? 2 doesn't get a hat. No, he looks so naked without a hat. They've all got to have hats. All right, boom. That's 4 NPCs for the town. For the wild frontier town. Something Gulch. Gator Gulch? I want it to be about the gators. Why are they living in a desert? It doesn't make any sense. But I was thinking about it, and I was like, alligators. And the more I thought about it, the more it just made sense. All right. Next. All right. Chat's choice. Work on the desert town or the pause menu music player where you collect your soundtracks. Ugh. Ugh. Or C, add more puns. I don't know where I would add more puns. There we go. Desert Town. First thing I see there. Let's do it. Desert Town is looking not too bad. I gotta say. I don't know what's supposed to be there. Is there supposed to be something there? There's supposed to be a building there. I guess not. Run a pole so we can tie it. Thank you. It looks pretty nice for what we're doing. So for the town, I want the idea to be that when you go into the saloon, this is the saloon, obviously, because it's the middle and it's the big one. When you go in, the camera is going to flip around and be kind of parked in the back and sort of follow you like this. Kind of on a little semicircle. Because, I don't know, I guess there's just nothing of note here or something. Love when games do that. I get it. It's fun. It's fun. Let's see, camera. Right, I had started this, and it didn't work at all. It was a terrible failure. Okay, so the idea... Why is this curve shaped this way, though? That's just the wrong curve for this, so no wonder it failed. Cool. So this is supposed to be the camera target zone, I believe. the thing that the camera will attach to. -3, bad idea. Oh, nope, not that. Well, not that either. Ah, okay, I see. This is the problem. There we go. It's not perfect, but it'll do. And then, oops, and then this one. Move that back a bit. Great. What's the main point here? Huh, I see. Well, that's fine. Now it's centered, so that should be even on the x-axis. Right? Positive x for the first point, negative x for the second point, but it's not. Oh, there's a rotation on it. Oh, dang, I didn't see that. Oh well. Let's see what happens. Let's get in here and mess it up. Chip! Oh yeah, it's busted. Chip, welcome in! Big Boy Games official, thank you for joining us. Welcome in, everyone. How was your stream? How did everything go? Welcome in, everyone. For those that don't know me, my name is Dobbs. Believe it or not, oh no, you got here just the wrong time. Incredible. Well, for all the people that are subbed, they get a special no, I'm kidding. Like special content, a dance. Let's check out our new fun character, Gator. We have 4 of them. Look at this dapper man. Don't you wish you could see this in full screen? Look at him. Look at him in the tiny little corner. You can see him. You can see him right above chat. I trust. Potentially. Special content. It's the special content. Whoa. Ah, yay, welcome in. Oh, it's going good. We're working on chapter 3 of the Paper Mario-like. I got a fun new character. Look at the proportions on this guy. He is all kinds of messed up. He's the pug of the alligator world. And also, he can do this. Hello. That's his talking animation because I thought, why not? This is 100% how he needs to operate because it just looks so dumb. He's stubby. He is stubby. Yes, we're back in the desert town. Just with the last little, the last little bit of tonight's time slot. The town is filling out. Got these fun little whimsical buildings that don't necessarily do anything except for a handful of them. I really decided to go all in on the whimsy proportions a bit more because it feels good. It feels good for things to be a little bit off kilter and wobbly, and that's not good proportions. Good. So yeah, it's fun. Just slap down a few of these, and it's basically a town, presumably. Now I want to work on some camera stuff. I moved my audio system around a little bit, and then I broke everything. So I had to spend a lot of time fixing that, but it's all good now. Also, I went with purple. I went with bright, almost pure magenta for the top color on the sky. But it kind of works. It gives the whole area its own unique sort of color scheme going on with the desert. So I'm down with it. I think it turned out pretty good. Which of your mini projects were you on tonight? You're juggling quite a bit. Which, you know what? That I feel like there's some benefit there, because if you get really stuck on one project, you can procrastinate on another project. It's like unlocking the true secrets of procrastination. Okay, so I want to mess with the camera zone logic a little bit. We kind of want to change this one right here. What am I looking at? Camera control zones. We're gonna change the collision of this in a bit. Exactly. Cool model generation. That's fun. I need to get better at Blender for like actually building out decent 3D models. I'm getting so into CSG stuff though in Godot because it's so nice to have everything in one application. I know it doesn't create very good meshes, and I can tell because you can import them into Blender to like fine-tune things, and don't you dare, Theron. Don't you cast that on me. I do want to play some Factorio though. We're not going to. Oh, for anyone interested, and I haven't even announced this tonight. I need to remember to do that more often. We're doing a bonus stream this Thursday, as long as we don't get totally snowed in. But I'm gonna be streaming in the morning, which is weird. I'm gonna finally get around to playing with tile maps in Godot. I haven't done anything with tile maps, which is so weird because I'm so big on tile-based games. So I'm gonna spend a day doing a little bonus stream, and we're gonna build just a fun little game from the ground up. No serious ideas. We're just gonna plop it together. Yeah, I've seen some really cool stuff. The first actual engine I worked in was tile-based. It was not a mainline engine at all. It was back in 2005, I think. It was called the Scrolling Game Development Kit by Benjamin Marty, who's a very patient man answering questions that I had when I was 20 years younger and trying to figure out programming. And then he made a second version of that kit, and it was also very, very useful. Nice little quality of life stuff. I mean, it was nowhere near as feature complete, and it was only for 2D games. You couldn't really do 3D. Everything was very streamlined to be like for a specific, it was for tile-based games. You could do some other stuff with it with some scripting. But gosh, I learned a lot working with that. That was probably my first big project I worked on, was built on that engine. I did a lot of Visual Basic for it because that's what that one uses. A second, I don't need the kit. I can build this from the ground up myself. That was a bad idea because then I did it, and I spent way too much time doing it. Hi everybody. Now the ads are over, by the way. I'm Dobbs, and I'm working on a game that's kind of like Paper Mario, but it's way better. It's super cool, and you'd love to play it, I bet. Well, too bad it's not out. There's a demo. It was linked moments ago by the bot, if you're interested. That's it. That's all I have to say about it. That's my spiel. Camera. I want, when you are in this camera zone here, thank you for the follow. All follows are anonymous. Happy to have you here. Mesh Instance 3. We're going to change the name of that to Saloon Camera Target. A red guy and a green guy? I don't think you can do that in video games. I don't think they've got the technology for it. Okay, and then this is gonna follow the player as well. So let's see if that much works. So this thing is following me, which is good. But when I enter this zone, it is not switching the camera target. There's only one way to find out. Because I actually want it to pivot around as well, but we'll deal with that later. Camera target. Camera target, no worky? Why not? Taller and slimmer. Saloon, camera zone. It should be switching the camera target to that. Let's find out. By pulling up the output. I'm still in an old version of Godot, so I don't have like the in-window gameplay. Oh, it's not actually triggering. I am not triggering that at all. Huh. Make a different little test message. Uh-oh. It's not detecting that either. Huh. Huh. Oh. I'm dumb. Boop. There we go. I moved it, I guess, at some point and forgot that I moved it. That's fine. That's fine. All right. So when we go in... Okay, that's great, except the camera is... Jeez, the raids keep coming. What is this? 4 raids tonight. Revere, thank you for the raid. Welcome in. Welcome in. How was your stream? The raids start coming and they don't stop coming. And they don't stop coming and they don't stop coming. I think if we just rotate this camera target by 90 degrees, then we should be fine. I think that's how it works. I'm gonna try. Heck yeah, we got it. Okay, so check it out. Boom. I'm gonna add a little, I don't know, transition. Whoa, ooh boy, uh-oh. Whoop, did you see that? Whoop, did you see that? What was that? What you doing there, Dabble? Why are you doing a little wee? Okay, I mean, I guess I understand why he is, but I don't love it. It's gotta be, oh, jeez. He's lerping. He's lerping to the target direction. He's lerping hard. He's a loopy boy, all right. Okay, so next let's mess with the camera zone offset. Let's bring the camera down when we're in here. Too far down. But also bring it back like 2. Oh boy, well, don't worry about that. That's the edge of the camera zone. I haven't fixed that yet. Is this saloon too small? Is the saloon too small? I don't think it's too small. It's a little cramped though, right? Okay, so we do need to bring the camera back further yet. Oh, that's too far. That is perhaps too far. We're pouring out the side of it. That's almost good. It's almost good. Except for that shenanigan, that tomfoolery. Okay. Seems all right. Oh, I'm catching a little bit of it. I feel like I'm just... Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Lydia. That has been a fun game project to work on. I've got a lot of it done, but there's a lot of it to go. Like, a lot. The base, like, the initial areas look like kind of... This is the initial areas. You got kind of the very typical grassy walkway, enemies, a long to-do list is true. Cut through grass, collect coins, except they're not coins, they're legally distinct. Shake trees, see if you find random items. Do battle. No, I'm gonna do more fighting. I'm gonna do more fighting just because you said that. Oh, the Z fighting. No, that's a stylistic Z fighting. That's meant to be there. Oh, new special attacks. The special attacks actually have names now, so that's good. I have nothing particularly interesting to say about them. Memory match thing is good. It's working. Good luck if you're wanting to make a build around this. I think this is going to be a very powerful move because of that. Because if you can just watch those 4 items. I mean, the skulls are good. That's poison right there. You want to get poisoned. Oh, jeez, I don't know. No, okay, cool. Well, boom. He's been stopped and poisoned. All right, I didn't fix his animation. He's supposed to be in a different animation pose for this. I found there is a bug with multiple status effects that both do different things to the actor's pose, animation, all that stuff. They're not stacking properly. It's not the same as the previous bug. I don't have to do anything. I've won. He's just going to get poisoned, and there's nothing he can do about it. Boom. Easy. Incredible gameplaymanship. There we go. So anyway, that's the video game. Right, now for this. Is this too small? Hello, day. Okay, let's see if that's a little bit better. Exposition. Why is this one not the same as this one? Those should be identical, right? The lizards! Oh my gosh, the lizards are here. Okay, so the white triangle follows the player's position, and the camera is tied to the white triangle when I am in the area. Okay, I think that's fine. So next steps. The camera zone. Camera zones, historically, have always been cubes. We're gonna change that today. Oh my gosh, now it's the Pib party. Oh yeah, we can just add additional collision shapes, can't we? I didn't think about that, but yeah, we can. So we just need to add a collision shape 3D. What's a collision polygon? Oh, that might be better. Collision polygon? Let's do collision polygon. Alright, so I think I want to oh, collision polygon. What is this one? What does it do? What is this? No, collision polygon. Oh, I see. Rotate it. And now, why is it all so purple in here? Oh, right. Oh, well now you're behaving, huh? Get out of here, Gator. Okay, I can't quite see, but I think this is the correct zone. Now I need to bring it down or up, I don't know. Where's the depth? Ah, there we go. Yeah, just make it 10 meters. It's fine. Okay, so that should work now for the entirety of the interior. Except for the little flippy thing is still gonna happen. Oh, but that's bad. You're not supposed to go all the way around. Only like 45 degrees. And there goes the flip. The flip is very silly. Yeah, I only want to go 45 degrees. So let's adjust that path. Get me in there. Get me in there. Hide this. Don't want to see it. Yeah, the out needs to be like this. Oops, -5. Perfect. And 5. Yes. Okay. But then also make it, well, actually, let's just try it like that. Oh, okay. That's, yeah, admittedly. Wonder where I am. Oh, all right. Yeah, that's going to be... Okay, so that portion of the path needs to be pushed back a bit. Whoop. And then this portion of the path this way? Is that better? That doesn't feel better. If anything, that feels worse. -3, -3, -3, 3. Bop, and then bop. Okay, we're getting somewhere. It's not perfect. I don't think I want it to go that far. Like, that far would be fine. Similarly, oh, that one's not too bad, though. Getting like 1/3 of the screen. I guess that's about 1/3 of the screen also. It just feels wrong. Feels more wrong somehow. Okay, let's try this. Okay, that looks good. Stop the camera there. Stop the camera there. And then, I don't know, what? This is not right. I liked this idea in concept. Even discounting the little loop-de-loop bug where he flips around halfway through because of the bad lerping. I feel like this is still not quite right. Because why? Why is that? Why do I feel that way? Ooh. Maybe this is a bit of it. A little bit more verticality kind of helps, but it's such a small area when we break it down like this. The one advantage I see to doing it this way. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Yeah, well, that's awful, but it's fine. The one advantage I see to doing it this way is that the camera can zoom in on the saloon doors and show a shadowy figure approaching when we need to introduce a villain in Chapter 3. That's like it. That's the only thing I'm really fighting for with this camera angle. Is that worth it? It's like there's barely any room to walk around. Yeah, you have like a handful of little people to talk to here and there, but not much. And also that camera, jeez. Bring it out, maybe? Okay, that helps a little bit there. Okay, hide this target. Okay, this is a little bit better. What's the implication about what's here, though? Like, why can't you go there? I don't know. It's the bar. That's just the bar, and we just don't worry about it. Or not. Maybe it's like, I don't know. Just invisible wall. No one is there. Don't ask why. Okay, so then we need to fix this flip. And that's super fixable, right? That's got to be the actor base class. Maybe a stage, but then the player, I'm sure, or yeah, the player would want to see, like, well, I want to walk up and see what's on the stage. Like, no, the camera lives there. You're not allowed to. Like, oh, okay. Well, that's awkward. Because I've done... Look, we've done, like, the little diorama box style of buildings. So we've historically done, like, this kind here where just, like, it pops open, little potato box. And then this is basically the exact same animation, just for a different building and a different angle. Just fold the roof open and then look into the building. And it's like, that's good enough. For this one, that's technically still doable. It does create some awkward little zones of like, okay, well then, we have to define out of bounds, which is that's doable. That's doable. Let me look at this. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. So here's an issue. The collision shape is tied to the mesh. That's fixable. That's fixable. I can decouple those by just doing a new scene, copy pasting all of these from the inherited scene off the GLB, and then we could have the mesh slide up or down without moving the collision shape. That's possible to do. All right, I'll tell you what. We're gonna need to in-stream soon, or raid out or something. But in the meantime, let's just add some NPCs just to give this place a little bit of something, even if they aren't particularly interesting. Here we go. Armadillo. Base armadillo. What does he have to say? Nothing? Nothing. All right, cool. Armadillo with a hat. Oh, I love him. One of my favorites. Ooh. Undertaker? I don't know. I don't know what your deal is, buddy. You'll be hanging out outside the shop or something, talking to someone. Another guy for inside, by the looks of it. Yeah, just get a little bit. Glasses armadillo. The nerd armadillo. This building is important, right? This is the plot important building. We just haven't designed yet because I don't know exactly how it's going to work. Armadillo shopkeep. That really belongs in the buildings. Yeah. He's going to go in the shop. Wow. So we'll need a little entry cinematic to open and close that. And now let's throw some gators in. Oh, look at all these characters. Yeehaw. Oh, there needs to be a piano player. If that's not super obvious. Okay, so the saloon is basically going to be the big hangout. That's where all the people are. This guy's gonna be talking with this guy, I guess? No, this guy. Oh, Link, thank you. Happy Doopster Day to you too. Happy birthday, Doopu. There we go. Well, now already this town looks so much more alive. Even if none of these people have anything to say or do. So I made it so I made the camera zone set up so that walking down the street, it kind of wraps around. And I think that's good. I think that's useful. This right here is the important area. Gotta figure that out. Also important, I need this windmill to be like, I need that shadow. I need that shadow to be visible. I can't cover that up with a building. We might have to move the windmill, and that's okay. But it's imperative. That is such a good shadow. We do not want to lose that. There we go. And somehow this is going to happen. You have, like, people you can... Oh, geez. Everyone's spinning. Everybody. Come on, everybody. Ready? Whee! Oh, is everybody getting flashbacks? They're line dancing. Yeah! Horse spin. Horse spin. There's a bunch of unique looking characters. I mean, even if they are just like palette swaps, they're all a little bit different. The gators do need like slightly different. I can add a bandana. I can add a bandana to one of these gators. Yeah, pull up the armadillo. Armadillo, nope. Armadillo, nope. Armadillo C. Yeah, that's the one. He's got a bandana. So give this guy a bandana too. Scale down a little bit and recolored. 100%. Looks a little bit like a bib. But it's fine. There we go. He's got accessories now. I can give one more gator. Not gator 4. He's the glasses gator. Gator 3 though. I mean gator 2 though. I mean gator 1 though. Yeah, gator 1. Gator 1. That looks fine. That looks a lot better. Okay, cool. Okay, town's got people. That's important. Let's see if we can send a raid out tonight. Oh, who's on? Who's on? Brent. We're not raiding Brent. Oh, Mr. Knight's doing Hollow Knight speedruns. But I feel like most of the people that are here for game dev, so I should try to stick with that. Who do we got? Who do we got? Do I know anybody? We're going to prefer Godot, but not require Godot. And also I can't stay late because it's already almost bedtime. I have work in the morning. Can you believe that? See, I really like the look of this project, but something gave me pause, so I'm gonna skip that one. Let's see here. Boo, work. I know, right? Let's see here. That's just League of Legends or some other Dota-like. I honestly could not tell you what is what on the Dotas. Someone tried to get me into those like 10, 15 years ago. And thank goodness I didn't stick with it. I did not enjoy my time with it. I got out, and that was that. Let's see here. Don't know anybody. Don't know anybody. That's probably just clips, right? That I'm seeing there. I wish the thumbnails would be a little bit more accurate when I'm trying to get a raid on. What is this one? I don't know. What is that one? This is the difficulty of choosing a raid on just thumbnails. I can't do it on just thumbnails. I gotta actually go into one of these. Does anyone have any recommendations so that I can blame you, the viewer? We have a backup, but it's not game dev. I just think it would be a better idea to stick with game dev streams. Let's scroll way down. Scroll way down. I see. I don't like the automated streams. I want to see. I want to talk to a person, right? All right. Let's search tags for Godot. Limit it. Godot and JavaScript. I like both of those things. I know they're not doing them at the same time. Hopefully. Let's see here. What do we got? I like the art. Immediately. Oh, the little stream avatars. I've never been a fan of the stream avatars because I don't want to be brought out of lurk in those cases. What are you working on? What are you working on here? Tell me your secrets. Oh, there's no about section. That makes it a little bit harder to tell. I see some things. Why don't we just go for it and just see? Darth Vader. I am terrified of meeting new people. But we'll give it a go. I won't be able to stick around long because I need to get to bed soon. So I'll probably have to check some of this out on the VOD to see what is up with this project. It looks pretty cool. Go nesting those nodes like a champ. Look at this guy go. Thank you all for hanging out. I'll be back tomorrow night. We'll get some more work done on the desert, perhaps. Maybe the mines, which is the dungeon area of the desert chapter. I'm trying to finish this chapter by the end of March. How is that possible? I don't know if that's going to happen. We'll see what happens. And then special stream on Thursday morning outside of the normal schedule time. So watch for that. We're going to do a 2D game from scratch just for fun to learn some new stuff. It's going to be cool. Hope to see you guys there. Bye.